Hello there, and thank you for joining me at London Flat Roofing. I'd like to show you this roof. It is a old Kemper roof that we laid a few years ago, and the customers decided to have some skylights put in. I must state that we didn't put them in. He had his builders put them in, and they're not quite correctly put in. Nevertheless, using the Kemper system, we can deal with that. So first, you've seen that we've cleaned up the roof, and now you can see that what we're doing is putting on a primer. One of the things that we did when we cleaned up the roof and dried it all the way around the edges was to go around with this silver tape. The silver tape really is just to stop any of the fluids that we use from dripping down into the structure down below, mainly so we don't lose our product, but also we don't know if it could do any damage down below. Now, here we are mixing the Kemper ready to go on. Once we mix the two blue containers together in this big black bucket, we've basically got about 40-50 minutes life span of the product before it starts to go hard. So we only ever mix as much as we need and we can use at that one particular stage. Now all this Kemper is going to be, the liquid Kemper is going to be impregnated into a fleece, and you can see this operative here has got a some white fleeces stacked on the roof, and he's just about to embed some onto this particular roof here, or in this particular section here. Now, by putting down some first and then going over the top of this, we can ensure that we've got plenty of Kemper on the roof. The Kemper comes through, you'll see later on, you can see it oozing through from below, and by the time we saturate it from above, it also makes sure that we've got a good coverage right the way through. And basically, unlike other systems, the Kemper system is really controlled by the thickness of the fleece. Kemper do 3 different fleeces. I won't go into the different thicknesses of them, but this is a medium one and is a 15-year guarantee on this system. But by going to thicker fleeces, we can give longer guarantees on the roof and on the product that we're doing. Now, as you can see here, the problem with going around skylights and any kind of obstacle, it takes time. There's a lot of detail in putting on these tapes around a skylight. It has to be done correctly, and it just takes up a lot of time. We can lay big flat roofs quite quickly, but the amount of time taken doing around a detail is normally underestimated, and of course it's the most vital area. As I said in the beginning, these skylights were never correctly fitted, and the upstands on these are too shallow, especially at the front. There's a little block of wood holding this skylight open, and that should have been much higher just there so that we could have dressed it correctly. But nevertheless, the great thing about the Kemper system is that it does stick to everything. And as you can see here, we're going up the wall at the side here, and we're going to go around the front and up the wall at the front, and it's not going to come apart. We know this from practice, and if you actually go and look on the Kemper website, it does tell you that Kemper is self-terminating. What is self-terminating? Well, it means that you don't necessarily have to have a flashing which overlaps at the top, providing it goes up the wall and has been dressed onto a wall or an upstand or whatever it is that we're dressing using the correct primers and put on in the correct way. It's not going to come off. These products, these new these new resin products, they stick to everything that you put them down to. Unlike felts were designed so that they could be stripped off when they come to the end of their lifespan. The lifespan of some of these new products is way past what we're guaranteeing them. Oh, just as a matter of interest, I'm often asked if we can repair a Kemper roof. Well, if you look at what we're doing now, although this isn't a repair, this is Kemper going over the top of other Kemper which was laid a few years ago. So we cleaned the roof, we put a primer down, and away we go. So I hope this has been informative to you. You can see the amount of detail that has gone into just doing the flashing around here. If you need any more information regarding the Kemper system or to do with flat roofs, my name is Stephen from London Flat Roofing.